This episode of Financewize is sponsored by Sanlam Namibia Holdings. Congratulations to Annalise Visagie, winner of a BlackBerry Curve cell phone courtesy of Sanlam Namibia Holdings. Hello, and thanks for tuning in to Financewize, the show that empowers you to make informed decisions about your money. I'm Dantakos Jimmy Malani, and in today's episode, we'll be looking at retirement planning. Statistics reveal that a large percentage of people are unable to enjoy the things that they looked forward to at retirement. They are unable to enjoy an independent retirement without lowering their standard of living. It is also true that one's ability to work diminishes with age, and therefore, without work, you may be unable to obtain an income. Many people fail to properly plan and save for a happy retirement. Very few people retire with a pension fund, and the government's old age pensions may not be enough. You need a retirement plan to ensure you can grow old without having to worry about what you're going to live on. This program addresses the concept of retirement planning in order to help you achieve your dream of a comfortable, fulfilling, financially secure retirement. But before we go further into this topic, let's see what ordinary Namibians have to say about retirement planning.
What do you wish to do when you retire?
Just be on my farm with my horses and take life as it comes.
When I retire, I would like to serve the underprivileged. I want to go places where I was not before because of work. You are just staying in Windhoek. I want to visit the waterfalls, the South Africans, the Etoshas, and that's what I really would like to do. And I want to get on a ship and travel all over the world.
Sit on a beach and drink cocktails, probably.
When I retire, I had to set up a certain business before. According to the environment I am, I had to make a research, my own research, to see what kind of suitable business I had to make up in order to make income after the job. Because retirement, it's another life.
As a Namibian, I would definitely want to, firstly I want to secure my finances so that I'm able to retire without any financial burden. Go to a nearby, especially reside on a nearby farm and just be at peace.
When do you think someone should start planning for retirement?
Retirement, you just start planning as you start working. Some of us who started working late, we learn about these things at a later stage. But it needs to be done at an early stage, but especially when you start working there. Taking up retirement with whoever you work with, if you are fortunate enough to be employed in the formal sector. You could just start when you are starting work, or when you start your pension, so to speak.
There is two options, non-working class and working class. Working class can plan for their retirement. Non-working class cannot plan for the retirement because you don't work. Yeah, man.
Have you started planning and saving for your retirement?
Not at all. I'm only in my mid-40s, man. I won't start now. But of course, we all have something very small put away.
Early the better. So plan earlier the better, and so that's the best that I can advise.
Have you started planning and saving for your retirement?
Yeah, well, I think so. I did that.
As soon as you start working, 18, 19, 17.
Have you started planning and saving for your retirement?
Yes, I have. I've got a pension plan.
Thank you.
Okay.
What do you wish to do when you retire?
As little as possible. I want to do, not actually retire, but work when I want to work, not when I have to work. I don't want to just sit back and do nothing.
When do you think someone should start planning for retirement?
From the day you start work. I started too late. And today, the way inflation is going, young people should start planning, and I'm serious, from the day they start work, they should start planning for their retirement.
Have you started planning and saving for your retirement?
I should be retired now. I haven't. I would like to have done, and I'd like to have started years ago. I started too late, but one day I'll retire.
As I said, I don't know how to retire. I don't have a job. I'm just an artist getting so often some dollars. So I can't really plan for anything. You know, retirement, if you plan for it, it means you must have money.
As when you get your first salary, my advice sincerely would be to save. To save as much money as possible so that you will not have the issue of worrying about anything on that retirement day.
Have you started planning and saving for your retirement?
I'll be honest, I'm not the one that, on this regard, I haven't practiced what I'm preaching. But because I'm not employed yet, I'm still a student. So hopefully when I get my first salary, when I get my first salary, I will definitely practice this sermon.
The next training clip looks at retirement planning in some more detail. Your retirement could be an exciting and fulfilling time in your life. A time to do the things that you always dreamed of doing. Things you did not have time to do before, like spending more time with your family and friends, seeing the world, helping others, taking up a new hobby, and spoiling the grandchildren. You could restore old furniture, design and make items, or write books. You could buy a home at the sea or visit places you have always wanted to visit. It is a sad fact that very few people can really afford to retire and enjoy all these things. According to some life insurance statistics, less than 10% of the population will have saved enough to enjoy their old age and retirement. Currently in Namibia, a large proportion of people retiring at age 60 have to keep working. Another large number have to be cared for by the state, while others are dependent on their families, with others supported by welfare. Only a minority makes adequate provision for retirement. Many people rely entirely on their pension fund for funds after retirement. Even if you were a member of a pension fund, the actual benefits you will receive could be less than you think because of certain factors, including the following. Pensions are normally based on pensionable salary and not total salary. Fringe benefits such as car allowance or housing allowance, which raise our standard of living, are often excluded in the pension calculations. You need to provide for these additional benefits if you would like to enjoy the same standard of living when you retire. Most pensions are based on the number of years of service. If you have worked for the same employer for 30 years, your pension could amount to 60% of your salary prior to retirement. That may seem like a large sum, but if you take the maximum cash lump sum, 1/3 of your total benefit, your pension will be only 40% of your salary before retirement. The rate of inflation would cause the value of your pension to reduce even more. You are likely to pay more after retirement for items such as domestic and garden services, recreation, and security. The medical costs after retirement are likely to be higher. It has been estimated that medical costs for an 80-year-old will be almost triple those for a 40-year-old, and many firms do not pay their employees medical costs after retirement. Many people change jobs several times during their working years, and many of them take their retirement benefits in cash. Unfortunately, very few people reinvest this money. Most of it is spent on buying luxury items. Some pay off debt, which is a good thing, provided you do not generate more debt. The above factors show that there is a great responsibility on the individual to make additional provisions for his or her old age. We spoke to a financial advisor at Sanlam Namibia Holdings to better understand what a retirement annuity is.
My name is Josephine Shiagaya. I am a financial advisor at Sanlam Namibia at Hoogland branch. A retirement annuity is nothing but a safe long-term savings plan for old age. It is a kind of savings policy with a very specific aim, to provide you with income after retirement. A retirement annuity is like having your own personal pension scheme. You pay a monthly premium, and then when you reach a certain age, you get an income every month for the rest of your life. Retirement annuities from life insurance companies such as Sanlam Namibia can make additional savings to supplement your retirement fund should you have one, or you can use it as your main investment vehicle for saving for retirement. A retirement annuity is invested permanently until the day you retire. Should you become insolvent at some stage in your life, a retirement annuity is protected even from creditors. Besides being an excellent savings medium to provide for your retirement, one of the benefits of a retirement annuity is that the state, which is the government, grants tax concessions. Why? This is to encourage you to make provision for your retirement. All or part of your premiums towards a retirement annuity is deductible from your taxable income according to the current legislation. Your pension received after the maturity of your retirement annuity is, however, taxed as income. You pay contributions for a specific term and build up capital in the fund. At the end of that term, you can take up 1/3 in cash, tax-free, as per current legislation. The rest of your capital is used to purchase a lifelong pension. Because a retirement annuity is designed especially for retirement, it must mature between age of 55 and 70, subject to the current legislation. For your sake, you will not have access to benefits before age 55 unless you die or become disabled, recognized and accepted as qualifying. You therefore decide when you would like your benefits within that limit. You can continue with the retirement annuity even if you change jobs. Should you become insolvent, the benefits built up in the fund may not be paid to your creditors. Only you and only you have access to it when you retire. With retirement annuity from Sanlam Namibia, you have additional options to add. For example, life cover, disability cover, functional impairment cover, waiver of premium at death, and waiver of premium disability benefit.
What's average? Statistically, the average woman will bear 2.4 children. The average child will never go to university. The average university student will receive a higher income. On average, people measure their worth by their income. The average 24-year-old is starting a career. The average 65-year-old is ending one. And if you had just ended your career, having gone to an average school, an average university, got the average job, married the average woman and had 2.4 kids before retiring at 65, then you would be the perfect average. Except for one thing. You're an individual. Financial solutions for individuals. Sanlam. We're thinking ahead. Are you?
Sanlam Namibia Holdings is offering one lucky viewer an awesome prize, a BlackBerry Curve cell phone. All you have to do is tell us what we discussed in today's episode. Is it A, financial planning, B, investment planning, or C, retirement planning? SMS FW followed by your answer A, B, or C, your name and your town to 62221. That is 62221. Do not miss this opportunity to win yourself a BlackBerry Curve cell phone. The winner will be announced during the next Sanlam editions of Financewize. Today on CareerWise, we're chatting to Mapule Namene, new business supervisor at NamLife, a subsidiary of Sanlam Namibia Holdings, to tell us more about the exciting career of policy issuing consultant in the insurance industry.
My name is Mapule Namene. I'm a policy issuing consultant at NamLife. First of all, before the policy issuer consultant commences with the duties, the applications are first received from the advisors and then handed over to the different branch assistants all over the country, sitting at the branches all over the country. The branch assistant makes sure that all the requirements are met on the application before they capture that application on the system. When they capture the application on the system, they send it down to us here in Windhoek because all the issuing are done in Windhoek. The policy issuer consultant then goes through the policy which was captured by the branch assistants, and we make sure that the policy is credible enough for acceptance. After accepting the policy, we then issue a policy contract to the clients. My policy issuer consultants need to at least have a grade 12, experience in new business issuing, and you should also have a knowledge of the insurance industry for you to perform your duty well. And the training is actually done in-house training by a training specialist here at NamLife and Sanlam. The policy issuer consultant has to be able to pay attention to details. You have to be able to be accurate because we work with numbers. You have to be able to work under pressure and a sense of urgency because we are working with deadlines and we have to finish before cutoff. You have to be customer orientated. You have to be independent in problem identification and also problem solving. And you also have to have administration skills. For the policy to be issued on time, the client has to make sure that the application is submitting is fully completed, is correct, all the information provided are correct, all the supporting documents that we'll be needing are on the application, such as IDs, payslip, bank statement, or whatever that we require. If everything is needed and the application is filled in correctly, then the policy will be issued on time and your contract will be issued also to you.
We would like to thank Mapule for allowing us to take a glimpse into the career of policy issuing consultant. Viewers, if you love dealing with numbers and figures, you might one day find yourself holding a position like Mapule's. Now that we have explored retirement planning in detail, we look at this important service offered by Sanlam Namibia to its clients in practice. After all, at the end of the day, what matters is the service offered to clients.
morning.
It's a crazy day, I tell you. Crazy day. The boss, as usual, just keeps nagging and nagging. It doesn't stop.
Tell me about it.
I've had it up to here with this man, I tell you. So how's your day been?
No, my day's fine. Actually, I was just tired.
Same here.
Well, Chuma, I've been thinking of planning for my future.
What do you mean planning for your future?
So I'm thinking of something like retirement plans, like saving money when I retire.
Girls, you can't sit around and chat the whole day. Get busy. Get to work. Did you send that email I asked you already, Nala?
I'll get back to it right now.
Get to it now, please.
Girl, we can continue in my office, right?
Okay, sure. As I said, I'm planning on saving money for retirement.
What do you mean? Like, why do you want to start now? Besides that, how are you going to do that anyways? And there's a pension fund already, which covers for you when you stop working.
No, my friend. That's where people get it wrong. They think that the retirement fund will pay for the expenses when they retire, but actually, it's not like that, okay? You need another source of income.
Really? Like what?
There are things like retirement annuities.
What's that?
It's lunchtime. Let's go. I'll tell you more on the way.
Girl, as long as you're paid.
Yeah, cool.
So tell me about this retirement annuity.
Well, the retirement annuity is a long-term insurance policy which allows you to, amongst other things, save for retirement. You pay a contribution for a specific term, but you cannot have access to benefits before you're 55 unless you get disabled or die.
This doesn't even really mean much to me. I mean, who even says we're going to reach the age of 55?
Who says we won't?
Well, I'm just saying, I'm not going to waste my money on things that I don't even know only when I'll benefit from it. I mean, only God knows if I'll make it.
You don't understand.
Yeah, whatever. It's not in my interest anyway. So yeah, is this where we're getting off?
Yeah, it's here. Okay, stop.
So you can stop. You're gonna get the bill?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so glad we took out this retirement annuity policy. It's working out so well for us.
I'm having a great time, baby. I feel so relaxed, you know?
Me too. Thanks for convincing me.
You know, I know what's best for us.
Get in the car now.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, come in, my friend. How are you? Sit down.
Not so well, man.
What's going on?
Man, your TV looks beautiful, man.
Yes, it does.
So big. And look at all the furniture, just look at this little... Oh, come on, man. I just don't know. Seriously. And don't tell me you're going out of town again. Are you going out of town?
Yep.
My kids are trying to help me out here, né? But, you know, I can't force them also because I mean, they have their own jobs, their own lives also to live.
I remember one time, my wife spoke to your wife about retirement annuity.
What? I can't remember anything like that.
Well, after that discussion, I took my wife in, we went to Sanlam and we opened ourselves a retirement planning policy. And that's what's paying out now, my friend. That's why I have the screen. That's why I go on holidays.
Oh, I remember. My wife was telling me about that a long time ago. She told me every day, like, your wife Jenny is telling her about some kind of retirement. But I never took it seriously because when she told me about it, she was not serious. And I thought, like, okay, since she's not taking it seriously, why should I? And I thought, like, and she's telling me it only pays out after retirement. And I mean, we were young then. I was young that time. But Mike, actually, the main reason why I came to you is, like I told you, I have money problems, man. I need some money so I can at least just get past this week. I promised you I'll try to give it back to you most probably in 3 weeks' time.
Well, no problem, my friend. I can borrow you the money and you don't have to return it. You're my friend. We worked together for a very long time. But on one condition, please do tell your children about the retirement plan that they can take out for themselves so they don't struggle like you do at the moment.
You said it's Sanlam Namibia, right?
At Sanlam Namibia.
Sanlam Namibia Holdings is offering one lucky viewer an awesome prize, a BlackBerry Curve cell phone. All you have to do is tell us what we discussed in today's episode. Is it A, financial planning, B, investment planning, or C, retirement planning? SMS FW followed by your answer A, B, or C, your name and your town to 62221. That is 62221. Do not miss this opportunity to win yourself a BlackBerry Curve cell phone. The winner will be announced during the next Sanlam editions of Financewize. Retirement is a fact of life. The question lies on what to do to ensure that you retire in security and comfort. Planning for your retirement is essential, and additional retirement investments that you make now will pay off in the long run. Retirement planning is key to ensuring that you can maintain the lifestyle you want after you retire. Most of us know that retirement is something we must actively plan and save towards. Yet the majority of Namibians typically don't know how much to save and don't save enough, according to numerous polls and experts. Please remember that the points made in this program are not meant to give you personal advice. There is no one-size-fits-all approach to retirement planning. The point of this program is to give you a more tangible look at how an individual might implement the ideas discussed. There are many other alternatives out there, and we strongly encourage you to explore them and see what works best for you. Whatever you do, keep the principles we've discussed in mind and never stop trying to learn more. This is Dante Kostymi Malani encouraging you to get finance-wise. See you next time. This episode of Financewize is sponsored by Sanlam Namibia Holdings.